Okay, so first we're going to have a look at a wee example of some CAD commands. So here we're looking at the saucer of the Enterprise, and we're going to do a revolution to get the shape. So first I've there created a sketch for an axis, and I'm now going to draw the axis. There we go. So that's the axis that we're going to use to revolve the profile that we've already got drawn there. So here I am, just changing the sketch to use as the actual shape to be sketch 1, that's the shape we've got, and then axis is the axis. And there you can see the 3D shape that's been produced now. You'll see I've only done half of the saucer. The reason for that will become clear a little bit later on. There we go. So there's a few more details to add to that, so we'll just have some image clips of that instead of fiddling about making you watch a big long video. So there we are, adding a wee bit of detail there, and a little bit more, and you're starting to see it now coming together a bit. That's the sort of detail at the back of the saucer there, and that's it, pretty much finished. Okay, so having made the saucer, and I've made the other parts earlier on already, we'll just open those up to have a little look. So there's the saucer we were working on. Very good. We've got the engine there, that's again only half. Again, you'll see in a minute why I've only done half. So that's the... and this is sort of the body, the middle bit of the Enterprise ship. So again, all three of the parts that we're going to be putting together to make the whole ship are only halves, which you'll see why in a minute. So we do new design in this very old version of Pro Desktop. That says now we're going to add the first part. So I'm going to start with the body because that's the part that everything else is aligned with. So that's that in. And just zoom in. There we go. Okay, so this part's fine where it is, so we're just going to fix that in position. Don't worry too much about the commands because all the programs are different, and as I say, this is a very old version, but they all have very similar commands. So there we are, adding the engine in. So here we are aligning the parts together, and the two options here in Pro Desktop are align and mate, and then mate is kind of like glue. Imagine gluing the two faces together, so that's what I've done there. Align is like line them next to each other on the table so that they both line up. So we're only using mate at the moment, so we'll just move that into a better position. Okay, zoom in so I can get the side I need. There we go. And on the side we need on the... there we go. So that's them lined up. And then the last mate just to get it right into position. There we go. Okay, so that's the engine part in position. Now we'll add the saucer that we made before. So that's that into the file. We just need to get it into position now. Now you've probably spotted the parts are all hollow. Now the reason for that is I was planning on making this using the fused deposition modeler, and hollow parts would use a lot less material, so that's the reason for the hollow. Now we just need to get the other side we want there. Zoom in to catch it. There we go. So that's another mate, and then this will be in a line I'm going to do now just to make sure that the two faces there line up. There we go. Okay, so now I've got a half of an Enterprise, and now I'm going to show you why I only made half at a time. Now, these shapes we're looking at here are all perfectly symmetrical, so all I need to do is do mirror commands to get the pieces look exactly the same, but first I need to actually create them as solid objects, because that's the way Pro Desktop likes things done, so we'll just do that. And now I'm going to mirror, this is mirroring the engine part, so we get a whole engine instead of just a half of an engine. And we press OK, and there we go, we've got a whole engine. And it's just exactly the same sequence for the other parts. Create a solid of the saucer, a solid of the body, then we'll go and mirror. That's the saucer. Mirror the body. There we go. Now I'm missing an engine here, so I'll mirror the one that I've made before. Oh, wait, I've made a mistake. I can't get a surface that I'll want to use as the sort of mirror plane. So we'll cancel that. We'll suppress one of the mirrors so I've got a flat surface to use. Update it there. Now we'll go back and just mirror this engine so we can get another one. There we go. Now I'll just need to mirror again just to get the other side of that one, and then we'll unsuppress the body and that'll be it finished. So mirror, as usual, there we go, done. Okay, so that's the two engines, and then we'll just unsuppress the body, and there we have it. So, like I say, it's a good way of modelling symmetrical shapes like that, because you can just model half and concentrate on getting the half right, and then add in the other side. So look at it from a few different angles there. We'll just change the colour as well to white so it looks a little bit more like the real thing. We won't go into rendering with it because Pro Desktop, especially this ancient version, is extremely bad for rendering. So there we have it, the Enterprise.